This conference will now be recorded.
Hold on, I'm just checking for the debutant. Can you give me a meaning for this? Anyone? The nouveau débutant. Could you just hear nouveau débutant? Débutant is we use this in English also. Débutant. Yeah. New. One who's just starting is a débutant. Okay, for the Aisha, for the answers for that booklet, I didn't find the correct one because what I have is a different answer book for the 350 exercises. So I will find it out and I'll send it across to you, all of you. If not, we'll do another book because if we don't have the answer, it will not be sufficient. It will not be. We cannot do that. We cannot go forward. So I will find out the right book and then I'll get back to you. I've been finding the book, but I was like unable to get it anywhere. Then I had to I did a little research, but I didn't get the answers. Okay, so just hold on that. I'll send across the answers soon. Okay, so yep. I hope everyone can see my screen. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So today's topic is future tense. We have successfully completed the present tense. In present tense, you have verbs which are divided in groups. The first group is the verb which are ending with er, and the second group, the words are ending with ir, the verb, sorry, and the third group is a verb irregular group that is ending with re. Okay, so the first group, almost all of the verbs follow the rule. There are a very few exceptions, one or two here or there. And the second group, ir group, very few again, couple of them they don't follow the rules, rest of them they follow the rule. And the third group is a group full of exceptions that all of the verbs which are ending with re ir, some of them most of them re, they have they're again a root verb. So based on the root verb they change their like the conjugation type. So that we have seen. And hold on. So yeah, and now we are starting at with the future tense. So today we'll look at future tense and future prosh, that is near future. Both the tenses, these are very small, these are very easy. There are very few exceptions. So it will be kind of very easy for you to grasp it. Okay. So before that, I have a small question for you is if we are doing the present tense, uh, can you tell me that this verb is it a infinitive verb, or which one of these is an infinitive verb? Which one of these is an infinitive verb? Yeah, yeah, perfect. Good. Because parler, the verb P-A-R-L-E, is not an infinitive verb, and finissant is a IR ending verb that is for third person plural, ILL, ILS. Okay. So by now, I think all of you know what is an infinitive verb and what is not. Yes. Thank you, everyone. So here, the reason it is important is because now when you're doing future tense conjugation, you only have to look at the infinitive verbs, or you need to remember the infinitive verbs. So before that, you were remembering the infinitive verb and then conjugating it according to the person. Right? Right now, you're on this time also for future tense, you will be looking at the infinitive verb and conjugate it according to the person, but here you're just adding the endings to the infinitive verb. So for any sentence, any tense, or any verb, sorry, for any future tense or for any verb, to make it into a future, you will have to add this endings here. Let me mark it for you. Okay. Okay, I'm unable to do that. I'll do it individually. Yeah. So these are the endings that you need to add to a infinitive verb. So we look at the verbs here, and the first verb that is there is parler because it's a er ending verb. And the next one which is there is choisir. Choisir is a traditional ir ending verb, right? And the last one here is prendre, is a re ending verb. So for all of these, now you need not remember the groups and the conjugation. You just have to remember this: AI, ASA, ONS, EZ, and ONT. So for all the first group of verbs ending with ER, it is just parlera. Yeah, it's parlera, 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 parleron, parlere, and parleron. Okay. Sure, tube has to be added. I didn't add that because now I guess you know this is for first person, this is for second person, this is for third person singular, this is for first person plural, second person plural, formal, and this is for third person plural. Okay, I've not written the jerk to ill. I hope by now you are able to understand that. Now is it clear, the voice? Yeah. So I'll repeat it again if you want. Right now we are doing future tense, and in future tense, all you have to do is find the infinitive verb and add the ending. Irrespective of it is er verb, ir verb, or ori verb, you just have to add the endings to the infinitive verb. Remember here I'm stressing more on the to the infinitive verb. So you need not remove anything like what we were doing in the present tense, that you were removing a portion of the verb and then adding the endings. Here you have to just add the endings to the infinitive verb. The first example is parlay, to speak. We have added AI, ASA, ONS, EZ and ONT. This is added to the infinitive verb. I have not written je, tu, il, el, nu, vu, il, ils, else here because it will be kind of confusing, but I hope by now you're aware that we add je here. It is not parlay, it is je parlera. So I'll write it for one so that it becomes easier. It is je parlera. That is for first person singular. Okay, and now coming to the second verb, choisir is to choose. It's a IR ending verb, and for this also you add as it is. You just add AI, ASA, ONS, EZ, and ONT. And for the third group here, there is a very slight exception that the ending is RE. That means it is ending with the E. Every verb, you just have to remove that extra E and then add the ending. Okay, only for the third group, if it is ending with E, you just have to remove that E and add the endings. AI, ASA, ONS, EZ, and ONT. Okay, the first sentence meaning is Je parlera is I will speak. Je parlera français dans un an. That is, I will speak French in 1 year. Je parlerai français dans 6 mois. 6 mois is 6 years. 6 mois is 6 months. And je parlera anglais dans 10 minutes or say une heure or a mois or 2 mois or an an or 2 ans. It depends. So all of this is I will be speaking, and the next one will be I will choose. Choisir is to choose. This is I will choose. Perdre is to lose. I will lose. Prendre is to take. It's a prendre is to take, and it's also a ending verb. The translation will be I, je, prends, dra. It's an exception. We'll look at that. Okay. So there is a little difference between this verb prendre is to take with the N, perdre is to lose without an N. These are very closely pronounced and written. We'll look at the verbs also which are like closely pronounced but have different meaning with a very slight change in spelling. Okay, I think the verb should be here. No, it's not there. Okay, so now since you have learned the rule, that was pretty easy, and now we have the list of exceptions here. Okay, so for the verb aller, that is to go. For the verb aller, that is to go, it is IR and not ALLERAI. I'll write the first one for you, just for your understanding. It is Je ira. That is, I will go. I've written only the first one for you, just for your understanding how it will come. So instead of ALLER, it is just IR. And for avoir, that is I have, it will be je aura. Okay. And courir is to run. It is je cours. Devenir is to devoir is to become, or a duty, or a homework devoir. It is je je devera. So that is like the stem verb. Envoy is to send. It is je enverrai. Être verb is a re ending verb, but the the future tense is je serai. I will be Canadian one day. I shall be, or I will be in Canada. I will be a PR of Canada one day. So to be is être. When you're talking about future tense, it is je serai. I shall be or I will be. There is a very slight difference between I shall be and I will be. I will be means you are kind of confident that that will happen. I shall be is you are a little doubtful that it might happen or it might not happen. So right now we'll just focus on I will be. Faire is to do. When you say je ferai is I will do. Okay. Like this, all of these verbs are there. Vouloir, voir, all of these verbs. Do you want me to write the first sentence, first word for everyone, or is that okay that now that you have understood, it's easy. If you want, I'll write it down for you.
Yes, yes, Rahul. Mention first for the all of the words. Because the rule will apply the same, no, as above for all these irregular verbs.
Yeah,
So just mention ja with
the
ja
rule will be
only.
same for everything. You just have to, uh, uh, what do you say? You have to remember the verb. Pulvar
Okay, these
is
are the exceptional. These are the exceptional, or there are more irregular verbs.
no,
You are just
these
giving
are
the example.
these are the exceptions.
Sorry.
These are only the exceptions. Okay,
Oh,
I'll write it. Yeah, no problem. I got an yes from three of you, so I'll write it down. Fudra, yeah, fulvor is to wish or a need, and the first one will be je fudra, that is I wish or I need. Murir is to die, je mura or I will die. Murir is to die. Okay. Uh, Pluvor is to rain or to cry. Basically means to water. Like when you cry, you say I cry. So that's also pluvor. Or if it's raining, also it's pluvor. And the first one is je pluvera. And je pura. That is pour is to can, to do. You can do. I can do it in the future. Receiver is here. We are just removing the OIR and adding the R here. Receiver is to receive. Je recevera. Savoir is to know. Je saura. Tenir is to hold. It is je tiendra. Je tiendra. That is I will hold. Okay. Just a second. Yeah. Voir is je, voudra is to wish, AI, and venir is to come, it is viendra. So if you see all of this here, tenir, a D is coming, voir is a D is coming, venir, a D is coming, Vulvar D is coming. So wherever you have this OIR, not for all, but most of them, it is they're adding a E. Viendra is I shall come. War is to see, and when you say I shall see is Je verra. Vulvar is to wish. I wish. It is Je voudrais. Okay, I hope now you know all the sentences. And now you can write any of this like the next sentences. For Je it is this. For tu it will be the same stem word and then you add this as. So remember for first one it is ai, as, a, and here ons, ez, and ont. These are all for the sentences. Like if you have depending on person, you add je, tu, il, l, and then according to that you have ai, as, a, ons, ez, and ont. Remember for the first person there's ai, then as, then a, ons, ez, ont. Okay, is it clear? I see two questions. Yeah. Tenir is to hold. Tenir is to hold. Tiendra is tiendra is to hold. I hold. I shall hold. Sorry, or I will hold. I will hold a PR soon in next 1 year. So it is like je tiendra le PR dans un an. That is dans in 1 year. Okay. So now that we have seen the future tense, how we conjugate it, let us look at the negative tenses. So since there is only one word, that is the verb is as it is, you're not doing anything to it. You just have to follow the same basic rule. That is you add na and pa around the verb. Okay. So now can you give me the infinitive form of this word quickly? Who na viendra pa dame dama. That is you won't come tomorrow. What is the infinitive of this word? Infinitive of this verb, viendra. Venir, yes, Amrindo, correct. Perfect. Yeah, here you see venir, venir, it is viendra, and here since it is vu, it is viendre, is you add a ez, viendre, that is for vu, that is second person plural, formal. The first person is mangera, that is J, and then ce soir is je ne mangerai pas ce soir. I won't eat today. Manger is to eat. Ce soir is this evening. Soir is the evening. Okay. Now can we do a little like there are again like a little more exceptions here. I think we had discussed this. Let me just take you through all of this again. While conjugating, there are some rules in future sample. That is penser is pensera. That is you add the accent grave on the E, the first E. Here you see the first E. Let me just quickly bold you this so that it will be clear. So here penser, the infinitive verb, there is no extra E. But when you do it, you have to add an extra E. Right now the rules, the you kind of can for this level at least, you need not focus more on this, but moving forward when you do it for 1 or 2 times, this kind of gets normal to you. Okay. Some verbs have double consonant, like jeter is to run, but when you're conjugating in future tense, you add a double T. This one is the exception here. So these are like very small exceptions. Courier is it's a IR ending verb, but I think that we saw this here also. Courier, yeah, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. Yeah, courier. So most of them are part of the rules only, but let us again see if there are anything that we missed. So courier and murir we have already done, and employee is yeah, here we have this exception. YER verb, generally it's a ER ending verb, but only for this verb, that is the verb employee and paye, we have in the exception, that is instead of the I here, Y here is changing to I. The Y is changing to a I. Okay, so it is employera, that is to employ, shall employ. Here Y is changing to a I. So for verbs that are ending with YER, the Y becomes I in the future sample. Future sample is future tense. For the verbs ending with AYER, both Y and I are permitted. Like second verb is a paye. Paye is to pay. If you write je paye with the Y or je payera, that is with the I, both of them are correct. Okay. And the last one is OIR, are irregular. Aller we saw, envoyer we saw, fair we saw, venir we saw. So this is what you have seen in the last slide is je pourra, pour is to can, I can, or I can, you can, he can, we can, they can, and you can and they can. So this is, again we saw it before. OIR verbs are irregular, such as aller, envoyer, fair, venir. All of these we saw the stem verb before. So only thing you have added here is this one, that is for ER ending verb. Only for employer, that is OER, here you are removing the Y and placing an I. And for paye, that is pay YER, you need not, you can add both I or Y. Both are correct. Okay. Any questions, any doubts? No. Okay.
Rahul, RIR, we omit the I and we put the no future form. So these are only means examples, no? There are lots of words like that. RIR.
Yes, these are just the examples. When we look at in detail, you will come across all the verbs. So generally, if I say courier is just an example because that I've
Courier.
already given it to you. And then there is also a word that is re-courier, that is you rerun. So that again comes with the same verb, that is courier. So like that, these are the base verbs, and there can be a lot of other verbs which are a derivative of this verb. So for all of them, the rule will apply. So if I give you like a 30-40 list, you will get confused. That's why I'm giving you just the main verbs or verbs which are really important for right now. Okay.
And same is like jeter, no? Jeter, jet.
Jete is to throw.
Yeah, the double, the consonant will be double.
Yes, please.
So it.
Okay. Any other questions, anyone? Okay, so we'll move ahead. Receive or yeah, sorry. Okay, next one. Next slide is yeah. So what I want you to do is just the verbs are given here. Can you quickly type answers everyone for all of these and send it in one go. Just don't type first ka answer, second ka answer, third ka answer. I want you to give me answers for all of this in a one go. Like type all of them with a comma and then enter. You have like 5 minutes. So do it individually. And once you're done, just paste the answer in one go. I will till then give you the translation of that. The first one, it says tomorrow I shall finish the reading of this one below. The second one is la semaine prochaine. Next week I will visit the Nouveau Museum. Musée is museum. I will visit the new museum. And the third one is you will take a tea. And the fourth one is no, we dash un jour de plus. We rest, it is. We will rest for one more day. One more day. We will rest for one more day. And the last one is Juliet and Camille are going to prepare their meal. Repa. Repa is a meal. So anyone who will be giving the verb in an infinitive form, write all the answers and send it in one go. So here, just for your information, the third one is prompt. It's a re ending verb. If you want, I'll again take you back to the slides and exceptions. So these are the exceptions. Check if one of the verb is coming from an exception verb, and then this is the rule. Okay. So once you're done with all the answers, then enter it in the chat box. So yeah. Amreen, kind of, not all the answers are correct, but few are correct, few are not. I'll first wait for all the answers. Mega, please, please, write all the answers in one go. Okay, just put a comma and then enter it. Amreen, meanwhile, you can introspect. Some are correct, some are not. The simple and the general rule is in the brackets what I have given is an infinitive verb. So remember the rule. Yeah, try again, please. I'm just discarding that answer and I'll wait for another updated one. So remember the rule for future tenses. You have to add the endings to the infinitive verb directly. And you know the endings. It is AI, AS, A, ONS, EZ, and ONT. And the infinitive verbs are already there in the brackets. So you just have to add the endings based on the person. Simple. And I've given you the translation also. So yeah, go ahead and complete it. Once you're done, paste the answers. I will only give you answers when I have got answers for everyone. So everyone has to reply. See, we are not trying to judge you by your answers. No one is judging here. So even if it's wrong, just try. All I want is you. Everyone has to try. Everyone give an answer, and then only I'll give you the right one. So Ishina has given the answers. Good. Sajina, check your answers once. Yes, Sajina had answered, Amreen answered, Asha answered, Nidhi and Megha. Nidhi also answered. Megha, don't do that. Again, copy the answer and paste it again. Asha. Uh, Megha, we are just waiting for your answer. Put it when you are done. Yes, thank you. Okay, so let's go one by one. Sajina, yes, the first question is Deme, that is tomorrow. I shall finish reading this. Bond, this is here in the, if you see, it's a female negative, sorry, a female. This, Cette. This Bond Dessinée is actually a adventure comics or a Dessinée is adventure. So it's a comic adventure. So it is tomorrow I will finish reading this comic or this adventure book. So the verb is finira. Finir is already given. So Sajina, you're right. Amreen, you're right. Asha, you're right. Nidhi, you're right. And Mega. Mega, which person is it? Can you tell me? I, you, he, she, we. The first question, everyone answered it correct except Mega. Yes, I refers to je. Now what is the ending for I here? The first one, that is AI. But in your case it is ONS. You got the one, got your mistake corrected? Yes, good. Now you know how you went wrong. Okay, now the second question is Visitra. I'll go back to again. First is Sajina. Sajina, the infinitive verb you have taken it wrong. It is ER ending, but you wrote it OR. So just correct that. I think that might have been just a like a typographic or overlooked mistake. But make sure you type because that's already there. The infinitive verb is already there, so you should not make any mistake there. The only thing is you just need to add the ending. So, but you added the ending correctly, but you made a mistake in copying the verb as it is. Amreen, same mistake, but here you put it as AS. Now, if you closely check, it is third person. It is not AS, it is A. So, Sajina, you were correct with the verb correction. Amreen, you were wrong on the second one. Asha is like totally like I don't know where did you get from that ATATION. That's totally wrong. Nidhi, I hope you realize your mistake too, that you have taken the plural form of ill. Second person, that is woo, but it is ill, il. Mega, same mistake. Here you have to again remember, you just have to add the ending for the infinitive verb. You also made a mistake there. So correct everyone. And here almost like everyone were wrong. The correct answer is visite. Just have to add an extra A there. So VISITERA. The third one, we'll start again with Sajina. Prendre is to take. Do you prefer or do you take tea? And Sajina, you answered AS. And remember, for all RE ending verb, you have to remove the E, extra E, and then add AS. So there you did it wrong. Amrin, you did it correct. Perfect. Asha, wrong. You just have to remove the E and then place the ending for RE verb. Okay. Nidhi, again wrong because it is Q and not Wu. Okay. And Mega, you are perfectly correct for the third one. But the spelling that you missed is it's PRENDRAS. It is, sorry, you made a mistake there. It is AS. Mega, you also made a mistake. Okay. And let's go back to the fourth one. It is no restaurant. Restaurant is ONS. Sajina, correct, 10 on 10. Amreen, correct, ONS. Perfect. Asha, wrong. That is for no, but you conjugated it for you. Woo. Nidhi, correct, but you kind of missed that E. Reste, R-E-S-T-E-R. Infinitive is already given, so you have to make sure that you don't make a mistake there. So Nidhi is also correct, but just with that small correction, that is ERONS. Mega, we are reading French and not Spanish, so it is that might be in Spanish because the words, a lot of words in Spanish are ending with O. So you're wrong. You just have to add ONS. And the last one is, it's very important that I was looking for specifically this one, is you give me the correct answer. And Sajina, you were correct on this because when you have two persons here, Julie and Camille, they become they. So they is third person plural. So instead of he mentioning ILS here, he gave two names. You will have to make sure that it is they. When I say Rahul and Rohit, and if you're third person, you would use they, not him or I or you. It is they because they are in plural form. If it is only Rahul, you would use he, but since the both are there, you would use they. So, Sashina, you're correct. Amreen, same mistake is you have added the ONT correct, but you made a mistake in the ER verb that is already given. So, préparons is same, and then you just have to add an extra ONT at the end because it's a ER ending verb. Okay, Asha, wrong. Nidhi, you are correct, but the verb is wrong. The infinitive verb is wrong. Mega is like totally wrong. It's PRE, but you wrote PERPERONS. Okay, I know they were typing mistakes. So I'm now looking at your comments. Mega said Geo prefer. I refers to Geo. Yes. Sashina typo. Sorry. Yes, I understand typing mistake is there. Asha typing mistake. Nidhi. Oh yes, I dropped RE. Nidhi again E. Okay. So I hope all of you got the answers because I'll just write it down here for you. Till then, can you quickly say if you got uh, the actual way of conjugating it and do you understood where you were going wrong? Just quickly type in
But
your comment.
Rahul, we understand the basic thing. We just learned now, and we are doing 5 exercises. We know
Yes.
what is what, but while doing it, we are missing it somewhere, and somewhere we get that confusion. I don't
Okay.
know how it happens, or is
That
it the
is
same with
why I
everyone?
am, yeah, that is why I'm taking these exercises, which kind of I was missing last time. So This is the reason I am taking the exercises again. So now I've written the answers for you. Just cross check. And first is for any sentence, you just write the infinitive verb as it is and then look for the answer. So if you want, I'll write a plus symbol here so that it is easy for you to understand. Okay? Is it clear? Is it working? Is the concept clear now? I know I'm not judging you or giving you marks on this. It's just for you to look at it in a different way. When I give you the rules, it looks very simple and easy. But when you're doing the conjugation, where the confusion or the exceptions come in, and then that creates a problem. So I hope everyone, yes, I understand. Yeah, Nidhi, you really need to work on it. And what about others? Are you okay with it? Did you get it? Did you understand where you were going wrong? And what needs to be checked? What is the way? Yes, Amrin, you need to practice more. Thank you, Sarjina. Asha, understood, Mega. Only practice can make us perfect. Okay, since all of you said you need practice, here you go. Plusier is coming from a verb, the word plus. Plus is more, and plusier is like more of them. Plusier is more of them. So now you have got 10 more one. So just again get started and try to get the answers. And here, if you want, I will mark some things which are in exception. So red is exception here. If you want, you can leave this, but apart from that, you can answer all the others. Okay, these are the ones which are exceptions. If you want, I will put in the slide that have got exceptions. Aler is the exception here. Courier and employee we saw in the slide. Okay, you can try it for home if you want. I'll send across this one for you. Okay, just add the numbers. Okay, will that work? Can you do that at home and then come back tomorrow with the correct answers? Okay, if not, what I suggest is still we have got like 5-7 minutes. We'll try and do it in the class because the next topic is future pros, that is near future. So let me check if we have anything else apart from that. Cuisine. I think this we have done, right? For all the cuisine of France, when you say I eat bread, you always use it with du. Du is some bread. De la, beyond is some of the meat. Beyond is meat. Yeah, I'll repeat it again if you want. Je prends le pain is I. Prendre is what? Can anyone tell me? Prendre. We saw it 1 or 2 times before. Prendre. Yeah, prendre is to take. Yes, good. And when you say je prends le pain is I take the bread. So that means literally means is you take the bread from the shelf. So whenever you're physically taking anything with your hand, you would say je prends le pain. I take the bread or I pick up the bread. But when you say je prends du pain is a very similar statement That is, now je prends du pain is I eat some bread here or I consume some bread. Now you see the difference. Even in English, when you say I have some bread or I had some bread or I have some bread. No, not this one is not correct. Maybe I take some bread or during the lunch I take some bread. So even in English you use this sentence. When you say I take some bread, so you literally carry that bread to your home, and when you eat, when you're sitting on the table, you again say the same thing, that is I take some bread. Is in that case it is more of I want some bread or I want to eat some bread. So now you see the difference here. Je prends, if you write je prends le pain, you take the bread, and when you say je prends du pain, is I eat or I consume some bread. So remember, for anything that you consume or that you have in France or in French, it is some always. So here is du is for masculine, tela is for feminine, and both of them they means a, per, the. A, per, the is a little of. A, per, the is a little of. Okay, and I think this we have already seen. J, a, farm. Can anyone tell me what is this J, a farm and J, a swap? J, a farm is, can anyone tell me J, a farm and J, a swap? J, a farm is I have, yes, yes, you're correct, but that is in English, but the literal translation is I have hunger, and when I say J, a swap is I have thirst. So here, if you remember, I said in English you use it with I am, but in French for especially food or hunger or thirst you use I am, you use I have. Okay, yes or no? So this is like some smaller topic that we have already done. We're just discussing it. Remember, the few words here is that you can learn is or add to your vocabulary is per, the, that's the top line, which means a little of. Per, the, a little of. Je mange du pain. Pain is, you already know. Pain is a bread. Beyond this meat. And j'ai faim. I am hungry. Je mange, that is I eat. J'ai soif is I am thirsty. Je bois. Je bois is actually the word is boire. Boire is to drink. I drink. Je bois. I drink water. Water is l'eau, L apostrophe EAU, if you remember. And now these are the vocabulary that you can add in this. Beyond, per, the, femme, mange, bois are all vocabulary. Okay. Any questions?
Rahul, can you give one example for up you there?
Per, the. Okay.
Up
Okay. Per, the. Per, the. When I think all of you cook, so when you cook at times you forget to add salt in the curd rice, and your husband would say add salt or add a little of salt or give me a little of salt. So suppose they say add some salt, so it would be ajouter, ajouter per the cell. That is, add a little salt. Per the cell is add a little salt. Per the is very little of, a little of. So when you say je mange du pain is I eat some bread, a little portion or a portion of bread, not the whole one. I eat a portion or some of bread. In English, it means some, S-O-M-E. I eat some bread. I eat some milk, meat. I eat some rice, or I eat some mangoes, or I eat some rice, or I eat some kiwis, whatever it is. So it's always some portion of it. You don't eat the whole kiwi, you eat some of it. That's the way the language is. I don't know why they do it, but per the is a little of or some portion of it. So when you add salt, like that is like the practical way of saying. You say per the. Add a little salt per the cell. Okay, is it clear, Asha? I hope it was making sense, the example.
And where do you use the and the la?
This is
Only
for
for
feminine,
masculine.
this is for masculine.
Yeah, but is that only for future tense or?
No, any tense.
Okay.
Wherever du and della are used, that the meaning is this. This is the meaning. Du and della are meaning, the meaning is per the, little or some. But when the example is je mange du pain, is I eat some bread. Du is because this is masculine. Della is because this is feminine. Okay, but the meaning of this is
But why not lay and la for this?
it is a contracted
For
article. If
masculine.
you see here, it is of the bread. This is of. This is the meat. I eat of the meat. That means some of the meat. And then this du became, because it is like this, de la became du, but in feminine it will not contract. That is why the whole one you're writing de la. Okay, good. Any other questions, anyone? Any doubts? Okay, that's good. And yeah, thanks. And one thing I want from we'll end the session today here. And if you have